What is up, guys? This is Freddy from GameHut, and today we're back with a new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newest champion introduced to the contest. We're going to be taking a look at Medusa. Now, before anything, like I always say before these review type videos, this is my opinion, and if your opinion differs from mine, comment down below so we can see things from your perspective. Now, hopefully, in the future, I don't have to say this in the beginning of every video, but as we keep on growing, we get new subscribers every day, so I'm going to keep on saying it until we have a good amount of subscribers where I don't have to constantly say it. But with that said, let's just take a look at Medusa, just straight up if you were to pull her undupe. So her signature abilities consist of her medium attacks can inflict an armor break which reduces enemy armor for 26 seconds. And you're going to find that you can stack armor breaks very quickly with Medusa. In a normal 5-hit combo, you're going to be able to stack at least two armor breaks, and you're going to find you can stack it very quickly as well. Also, with the introduction of Medusa, we are introduced to a new debuff which is called Armor Shattered. How you obtain this debuff is when the opponent has 6 armor breaks active on them, they suffer from an Armor Shattered debuff. So you get 6 armor breaks on the opponent. Those 6 armor breaks get converted into an Armor Shattered debuff, which is significantly better, and you're going to find out why here in a bit. So the Armor Shattered debuff reduces armor rating for 26 seconds, and when the Armor Shattered debuff is active, the opponents cannot suffer more armor breaks from you, but the opponent cannot activate any armor buffs. And against robot champions, the opponent's power gain and ability accuracy is reduced by 100%. Now, I don't understand why this is just robot champions. If someone knows Medusa's history, comic book history, comment down below and enlighten me, because I really don't know why it's just directed to robot champions. I mean, I know Medusa, I know the Inhumans from the old Fantastic Four cartoon, but I don't really know Medusa, like her history. So if someone knows why this is just robot champions, please comment down below. But like off of the top of my head, I can only think of 5 robot based champions. So it's the 2 Visions, the 2 Ultrons, and Nebula. So this ability accuracy and power gain reduction isn't really as strong as it could be. I wish that it was against all champions, or at the very least against tech champions, since Medusa is a cosmic champion, but obviously that's not the case. If it was, then Medusa would have been significantly better and very up there with Voodoo, with Magic, with Star-Lord, and all those other top tier champions. So her heavy attacks and the crits that she gets with light attacks, they have a 100% chance to inflict bleed if Armor Shattered is active until that Armor Shattered expires. So I'm going to be very honest, the bleed on Medusa is not great. It's actually slightly lower than Carnage bleed. But the difference between Carnage and Medusa is that Carnage's bleed only lasts about half a second, whereas Medusa's bleed, even though it might be slightly weaker, it lasts significantly longer. So just a basic Armor Shattered debuff lasts 26 seconds. So that's going to be dealing over 26 seconds, which 26 seconds is very long actually. So you're going to be dealing a good amount of damage, and you're actually going to find that later when we talk about the specials, you can extend that Armor Shattered debuff to a longer amount of time. So that bleed can actually deal a lot more damage than it already does. So taking a look at her special attacks. Her special attack 1 consists of a 4-hit combo which applies 4 armor breaks, and this reduces armor rating for 6 seconds per stack of armor break. So that's 24 seconds. This is real good, especially when you're trying to get to that Armor Shattered debuff, because you do a 5-hit combo that's already 2 armor breaks, then you do a special one that's 6 right off the bat, and then you get into that Armor Shattered debuff, and that's whenever you can stack the bleeds very fast, and that's where the special 2 comes into play. The special attack 2 is a 10-hit combo dealing bleed if Armor Shattered is active. This bleed inflicts direct damage for 2 seconds. And if that Armor Shattered is not active, then it stuns the opponent for 3.5 seconds. So if you do have Medusa, I want you to try this. I want you to try to get a a 5-hit combo, then fire your special 1, then save up to your special 2 and hit that special 2, and just watch the amount of bleeds you can stack. It's just insane. I didn't even try to stack up as many bleeds as I could, and I got up to 12, and that was me not even trying. So Medusa can deal a good amount of damage, even though again that bleed is not that strong. It lasts for a very long time. The 26 seconds is a very long time. And her special attack 3, it inflicts armor shattered, reducing the armor rating for 35 seconds. If you can fire your special attack 3, I'm not a fan of special attack 3s, but if you can, obviously 35 seconds, you're going to extend the amount of time that that bleed is going to be active on the opponent, dealing even more damage than it already does. So her awakened ability. Her awakened ability is called Living Strands, and what this does is it allows Medusa to gain fury every 3 seconds, up to 3 fury buffs, which last 14 seconds. And she has a chance to auto block at the cost of 3 fury buffs, which can parry the opponent. Now, in the event quest, Medusa was not that hard to fight against, simply because the parry mastery wasn't active on the event quest Medusa. Now, if you have her on Alliance War defense, as much as defense is in a bad place right now, it's going to cause a lot of trouble for anyone going through Medusa, because once she gets that auto block and you parry the opponent, Medusa can just kind of stack up, like I said, very quickly stack up those armor breaks. So be very careful if you are fighting a Medusa on Alliance War defense, because that auto block is going to screw a lot of people over. Now, in terms of using an awakening gem on Medusa, in Medusa's case, I think using an awakening gem or not using an awakening gem is going to depend on every person's roster. If you have a Thor or a Hyperion, I'd say use it on Thor or Hyperion. But if you have those two awakened and you just pulled a Medusa and you have another cosmic or generic awakening gem, I don't think generic, but if you have a cosmic awakening gem, definitely use it on Medusa, because those fury buffs will significantly enhance her damage output. I played against the Hulk in the event quest, and the first time whenever I fought him with an unduped Medusa, it took me 118 hits, I think, and then whenever I did it again with a duped Medusa, it only took me like 81, I think, 81 hits. I do think it's worth it, but take into account the other champions you have in your roster before using it on Medusa. Medusa is a very, very fun character to play. Her fighting style is very unique. Her fighting animation is very unique. The closest thing I can compare it to is like a Spider-Man Stark enhanced, because she's doing flips, her hair's going everywhere. She's a very fun character to play. I do think she's worth ranking up if it's just for that reason, just to have a fun champion to play with. But with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you found this video informative or you liked this video, make sure to like the video and comment down below your thoughts on Medusa. If you pulled her, if you were lucky enough to get her in Arena or the Crystal, let us know in the comments down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next one.